my loyalty in death!
Square Enix about 48 hours ago came up with the update that finally they're going to be releasing the Live Alive remake digitally for the PlayStation, consoles and Switch on April 27, in addition to actually PCs. You can go ahead and give it a go through a demo on technically all stores. Most of you probably know this, but for those of you new, the original RPG here with the same name, not of course the remake however, was first released originally about 30 years ago. This is now mainly just revived since its initial Super Famicom release with added content and some quality of life improvements.
That thing's no god of mine, and I'm not melding with these freaks or anyone else!
Don't touch me!
Know this, my friend. I will hold nothing back.
Come and see.
We can do this!
I'm just getting started!
We fight as one! Together, we're unstoppable!
Sitting on Steam through its demo for about a week now. At number 2 we have Beloved Rapture, because Beloved Rapture is a turn-based JRPG classic, actually a Kickstarter project from the same publishers of Dead State. It's a story-heavy game in nature, with LGBT themes and characters approved, definitely inspired by Chrono Trigger in style and environment, with original soundtracks and some great pixelated designs. Just take a look, this game's said to be coming out of PCs only sometime later this year. Sea of Stars, on the other hand, probably the biggest pixel art game in the making in terms of just hype, is now set to be coming out on August 29. It actually went on and got itself some more in-game footage, showcasing the game mechanics, environments and characters and some fighting stuff. Sea of Stars is now coming to PCs, Switch, into both generations of consoles actually. Just a quick reminder, it's a turn-based story-heavy RPG and being soundtracked by Yasunori Mitsuda, which is the same guy who did the original Chrono Trigger and Xenoblade games. Take a good look. About 2 days ago, Atlus came out and released a new gameplay trailer for Etrian Odyssey. The Origins collection, however, is a series of dungeon crawling RPG pixel art games. In case you're new, and said these games are not coming to PCs and Switch on June 1st. Here's a trailer which mainly showcases some party customization changes, a new map, some combat, and of course improved graphics. You probably know this, but the package here includes Etrian Odyssey 1st, 2nd, and also the 3rd.
君も僕も譲れないものがある。なら、戦うしかないんだな。 そろそろ決着をつけよう。
Sitting on Steam, on its way to every single platform out there by the end of the year, we here in the second half of the year, here's actually the most anticipated pixel art style turn-based tactics semi-open world RPG in the making since 2021 Mutant Chronicles 100 Heroes. If you have missed out on the update, we did actually get a new trailer for it a few months ago, reconfirmation that the game's now met all of its Kickstarter goals and is in great shape.
「俺はやっぱりおせっかい焼きみたいだ」この発見が僕たちの帝国と諸国連合の友情の証になるように願おう。
Only then, after the echoes of the crowd's applause have faded into silence, can music begin anew.
At number 6, we've got the popular, very famous, ever since its reveal actually, the one and only Sacrifier. Now, for those of you new here, this is a 90s inspired RPG from years ago that just went on and got itself a delayed release of Q2 2020, with technically the second quarter of 2023. Sacrifier was supposed to be coming out in 2022, but now it's releasing on every single platform. However, just got itself a new trailer, in case you've been waiting for some, actually a few more updates on the Kickstarter campaign. Just take a look.
Damn you!
Feel Shale's power!
Be there for your brother, Ezekiel. He'll be there for you.
At number 7, and technically this is the first of a 3-chapter full game called Legend of Ash Traveler, which is, in case you're wondering, the second and the final chapter will both release as DLCs later as standalone games as well, as a story-rich, turn-based and exploration-based Japanese-inspired role-playing game. This game's sitting on Steam through a demo and set to be released in about 2 months, and this is a new trailer. Number 8, we've got over here remastered a Suikoden of 1 2 games, which is now here in HD going by the duo Gate Rune and Dune and Unification Wars. These games are only teased by Konami a month ago and now set to be coming out in April. We're not really sure if it'll make it happen though, it could be delayed in a few months. We don't really have a specific release date because they're actually further polishing the quality of the game. In any case, these games are coming from roughly 30 years ago. World of Antera was announced almost last year through a Kickstarter, and ever since it's actually been one of the most anticipated pixel design games right alongside Sea of Stars, Last Faith, and a few more. The difference here though comes as this is more of a modern, classic, highly interactive, non-linear open world RPG that features an endlessly explorable open world, if that even makes sense, progression system, some fast-paced combat, and a very, very rich lore here. Check it out, it's set to be coming out in July. Number 10, with only a week to go on the Kickstarter campaign, we have an adventure-action hybrid described by developers set in this colorful world inspired by The Legend of Zelda and Studio Ghibli with handcrafted pixel designs. Well, the project's inspired by the old retro classics called Kloa, Child of the Forest. I think I've actually mentioned this one only once. This game is now coming over to basically PCs and Switch only, with a release window of late 2024.
Always bring your cassette player when adventuring. If you get into any trouble, pop in a monster tape.
Due out in about 3 days, but already sending on Steam through a demo so you can have a little bit of a go with it beforehand. We've got here Cassette Beasts, probably the most innovative pixel design game in the list today. First time actually getting a mention here. This is a co-op open world turn-based RPG, kind of a bit inspired by the Earthbound game, albeit with just a different style in camera angles, more of an action-oriented game and with much more RPG components.
And it's yours to explore as you please. Just don't get in over your head, okay?
From only days ago, sitting on Steam through a demo, we've got a game called Decarnation. I've mentioned this one before, like a week ago. This is a story-rich adventure horror game at its core, and a puzzle and an action game that mixes traditional survival horror elements with a wide variety of just symbolic minigames, and actually based on some real locations in Paris. The game is set about 30 years into the past in story. Anyway, you'll see the trailer over here that pretty much showcases everything you need to know. The game's set to be coming out for PCs and Switch in May. Number 13, we've got here a tactics-based game going by the name Demon School. This is actually coming to PCs in addition to both generation of consoles and PCs soon, as it just says soon on its official website. It's a combo-heavy game in nature, apparently, and quite a bit inspired by Final Fantasy Tactics, albeit with a different just art style, and well, a little bit more on the story side as opposed to just challenges. Here's a trailer that they just came up with.
Woven throughout ploughers' fields, fishers' towns, webbed caves, fractured lands, dormant lays entombed remnants of the past, rotting, twisted, unnamed.
Number 14 as a first work of its developers, period. First I'm getting a mention here, we have a Greedventory, a game touted as a pixel art action RPG and a point and click all the way through. Like literally you're actually not using any buttons here in this game at all. Only the mouse cursor is what you're gonna be controlling, so it's technically speaking in pace, pretty much a classic adventure. Check it out, this game's set to be coming out for PCs on May 17th.
You shall prevail. Shed blood. Boil up the rage. Embrace death's sundry shifting faces. And rise anew. Acquire power. Improve your artifacts and gear. Tread carefully. And then unleash your wrath on wretched foes. Trounce, hack and thrash. More rip and scourge in righteous surge. Show them hell with every spell, and arm yourself to crush and burn. But don't get too brash. Whereas your path would cross with those with cunning tricks and twisted minds, depraved sights.
I found something there. Though this power is new, I feel like I've had it my whole life. I can use it to repair. I can use it to build.
Been in the works for half a year already. Finally, we've got here Flowstone Saga. This is a PC exclusive sitting on Steam through a demo and set to be coming out in about 2 months. Game's a puzzle action RPG, story based too, with a pretty unique twist. We just have to win Tetris style sort of games and rounds in order to win fights. There's a trailer, nothing really to talk about except it's a second work of its developers who were also responsible for Tangle Deep.
I won't be alone. These islands are full of adventure, with countless secrets buried below. Forging my own path, I'll uncover them all. The danger keeps growing. And every step forward only brings new questions. My friends will be there to help me. Yet there is so much to overcome. I will defend my friends. And I will keep searching. But even if I find it, am I ready for the truth?